All right, everybody. It's been a long day of streaming on the Tales from the Flipside channel. It was the very first TGIF block on Whatnot, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you didn't see it, check it out. We're going to be doing it every Friday on Whatnot now. TGIF, starring Jay's Comics and Art, Drew from Wanted Comics, Big Clutch at Comics Vault Live, Big Leg, me, and Hive, and then right into the CBSI Hot 10 show. All right, man, it has been crazy. We had our very first TGIF 6-hour block. It was a lot of fun. Thank you for everybody that joined in and checked it out. I'm telling you guys, if you are not at least buying comics on Whatnot, you're crazy. I saw comics sell for 70% off what they usually go for on eBay, including books that you're probably going to see tonight on this list. And this is the CBSI Hot 10 list written by the one and only Ben S. I am here with him today and Dollar. Thanks for joining us, you guys. We got 40 live as we start. We appreciate each and every one of you. You guys know how you guys can support us. You can hit that red subscribe button below. If you have already subscribed, please hit that thumbs up. And if you're gracious enough to drop a super chat, we always appreciate it. So thank you, you guys. I want to remind everybody to tonight after the show, make sure you stick around and check out Mighty Mel V over at the Mighty Mel V YouTube channel and Drunken Chat Son. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of hijinks that go on there all through the night. So remember to check it out after the Hot 10. So also tomorrow night, you can join me and this guy right here on Modern Comic Mayhem, along with Kyle, Sam, and crew. It's going to be a lot of fun. Join in on the comic book podcast drinking game. It's always fun over there every Saturday night. We get to test Kyle's blood alcohol level at the end of every show. So all right, let's get started, you guys. It's a crazy week. Got a lot of fun stuff going on the list, and we're going to get started with the almost 10. These are the books that you just don't always see being sold, or it might be something new that's been sold this week that is something cool to show you guys, or just barely haven't gotten to the Hot 10 list yet. So let's get into that. Starting with the first book, Heavy Metal number 302, and this is an interesting one here. Ben, what's going on with this?
I'm not really sure why, but man, it's selling for $80, and this is not old. They're only on like 315. Like this is like what, a year ago?
Yeah, this is 2020, November 2020. It is does have George C. Romero's The Rise, which is a prequel to The Night of the Living Dead. It starts in this issue, so I wonder if that has something to do with it. It might be interesting to look at. There are a lot of really cool stories in Heavy Metals, as always. One of the better books to kind of thumb through if you ever pick any up.
Yeah, I would think that you could. I mean, for the stores that you go to that carry, that buy magazines and stuff, I would tend to. I mean, because this is so new, I would tend to think that this may be just sitting there for like $14 cover price.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like Brian was saying, the Romero connection. I think this thing's under ordered as well. Yeah, you probably could find a couple on the magazine stand, but very few and far between. I don't think there's a lot out there.
Yeah. Lord of Brooklyn says, I'm waiting for Maximum Carnage from Heavy Metal to take off.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's interesting. Yeah, very cool. All right. What was this selling for again?
$80 plus.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I wonder if there's a first creator first in this, or maybe this is a first cover or something like that. Be interesting to know if anybody in the chat, or if anybody that's watching this on the replay, drop a comment below and let us know if you have any idea what's going on with this.
It's a good looking cover though.
It is. It's a cool one. So there is a B cover too, I believe. This is the A cover.
Darkwing Duck.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a Darkwing Duck, like homage or something like that.
Maybe that might be something to do with it.
Maybe.
Well, this next one is one we all know about here on Tales from the Flip Side, and a lot of you in the chat know about this book also. It doesn't come up often, but when it does, we have to talk about it, and that is the Amazing Spider-Man number 667, the Del Auto variant.
Beast.
One of the super ghosts in comics, one of the rarest books, one of the most expensive variants you'll ever see, and it's sold this week raw.
No, it was
Was it?
CGC 8.0.
Oh,
so,
wow, I thought it was raw.
No, CGC 8.0. So that's pretty low grade for a modern variant. But sold for the high. I mean, it sold for 7,400. And this is not the gold staple variant. This is not the Mexico, not the Mexico variant. This is the one and only. Did you see the post of the guy who has the OA of this?
Yes, it was disgusting.
Like, he's like, oh yeah, I hear that the comic's pretty rare, but I've got the OA of this. So.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I wonder how much you paid for that. It'd be very
I don't
interesting.
know.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's actually the OA is even more gorgeous in the cover because it's the whole cover. This is a wraparound cover, and it just looks beautiful.
Is this a wrap? This is a wraparound?
Yeah, I believe it's a wraparound. Let me find the original art here. Picture.
I mean, I've never seen this book in person, so I really wouldn't know.
Let me see if I can find that OA pic. Yeah, here it is. Hold on here. Open image in new tab. All right, this is crazy. So this is the post of the OA here. You guys can see. Really, really dope.
It's funny that I've heard that some people don't like this cover, and I'm like, this is, I don't know. I probably just have like I don't know. I just don't think that Del Auto has really done anything bad. And this just, I think the white, it just looks so industrial, and
yeah,
I don't know. It looks great to me, but
super rare too. That's part of the pull to it. Keep it thorough. Shout out to Keep It Thorough, who says shout out to Ben S for making me spend so much money on True Blood.
That's my boy.
Welcome to the club.
Sinister Titan says Del Auto is my favorite artist. Well, you have good taste, my friend. Excellent.
He's cooled
taste.
off a bit. Right now is a good time to buy like a lot of his modern, like recent stuff.
Yeah. I actually sold. It's funny you say that. I sold the 2-cover double cut with the Moon Knight 26 and 27, which is early Del Auto Moon Knight covers, where it's both on both covers is Moon Knight with the Punisher teaming up.
Nice.
They're gorgeous. And I think I sold both books tonight on Whatnot for like $20.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So again, the best deals in the world right now can be found on Whatnot. Make sure you're buying. Next on the list, a gorgeous Kanto variant. This is for the most recent Kanto variant. And what a lot of people don't realize is the A cover was, in my opinion, just as good. But this is absolutely beautiful right here. The Kanto, is this the 1 in 10 variant, Ben?
This is the one. Yeah, this is the 1 in 10.
Yeah. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. For Kanto 3, Lionhearted number 6. Just beautiful, brand new. It's seeing what, 25 plus raw right now.
Yeah. Will Stolley, is that the artist?
I think that's might be right.
Yeah, that's right. That's
okay.
right.
The A cover, let me show you guys the A cover. Shout out to League of Comic Geeks. Love their website. Here's the A cover. I think the A cover is just beautiful. Really, really good.
All these covers are dope. It's some recent sales too, above 30 now. What'd you say, Ben? 25?
Yeah, when I was looking at it, it was 25 plus. So if it's now at 30, then
yeah.
Imagine there's not a lot of them out there.
Yeah. It says
I like these.
Shout out to Hive Comics.
Yeah, I like these books where they kind of make it look, kind of like art. Was it like that art style of, I don't even know,
old school movie posters. It kind of reminds me of Mondo movie posters.
Yeah, Mondo.
Kind of like Cho, a little bit like Cho.
It's just great. And shout out to Drew Zucker, and is it David Boer? I can't remember his first name, but they just absolutely amazing. Great comic, and we're going to be hearing a lot about that character for a long time. 116 live. Thanks for hanging out with us, you guys. We are going through the Almost 10. So next book on the Almost 10, a book that I have talked about many times, and to be honest, I should have shut up about it, and I should not be showing it right now. This is Genus number 2, an adults only furry book, anthropomorphic adult only book. But what a lot of people don't realize with this book is this is the first appearance of Kachu and Francine from Terry Moore's Strangers in Paradise. Kachu and Francine were created originally to be characters in this world, the anthropomorphic adult comic world. And smart enough on Terry Moore's part, I guess he changed it to be real humans, and then it changed the comics industry. It became one of the darlings of indie comics and turned Terry Moore into one of the best, greatest creators in comics. So super hard to find this book, absolutely impossible. But one must have sold this week or it wouldn't be on this list.
Yeah, a VF plus raw copy sold for $300.
Yeah. Oh man. See, this is one of the worst parts about telling you guys about the books on the Almost 10. And it's almost one of the worst parts. It's also one of the worst parts of doing the Flipside market report, because I see books that I'm just going, why didn't I bid on this? Or why didn't I win this? There's so many books out there. You can't find them all. And this one got through the cracks on me. Genus number 2, super tough to find book. All right. Next on the list, one of my all-time favorites, What If number 105, the final What If issue, right? If I'm correct, I believe it might be the final What If issue.
I think
close to the end.
Close to the end, but I think
Yeah.
there might be some after this.
And this is the first appearance of Spider-Girl. Is it May Parker? Is that her name? What's her name?
Sure.
I think it's May, right?
Okay. One, I can't remember if it's May or Anne or something like that. But Spider-Girl, this book shot up as soon as it came out back in the day. It was on all the Wizard hot lists, and then they copied this cover, if I'm not mistaken, for
Spider-Girl Zero.
Zero.
Yeah, it's a 0 issue in the Spider-Girl run, which is amazing. If you guys aren't going to Spider-Girl in your comic book shop bins, you're missing out, because she has some of the most amazing covers that you can find for any comics in the Spider-Girl run. Some great Venom covers, some great Black Suit Spider-Girl covers, just absolutely awesome. But this is where it starts. This is her first appearance, and what's going on with it here on the secondary market? It's selling, huh?
A CGC 9.6, not 9.8, 9.6 sold for $700 for a 9.6.
Oh, Mayday Parker. Thank you, Sinister Titan.
Yeah, I think it's an alternate version of like Mary Jane and Peter's kid or something like that. Plus, there's multiple first appearances. I think there's an alternate version of Juggernaut's kid in this too.
Yes. Yeah, from the what do they call that world? The A2 world or something like that.
There's so many Spider-Verse worlds.
Avengers Next world, because I remember that. So craziness. 133 live. Thanks for watching us. Appreciate it. See a lot of amazing community members in the chat. Shout out to
this is one I actually found the other day, and this is like a negative space. That is so awesome.
Beautiful.
Like way prior to all the negative space stuff.
Yep.
You can find covers like that.
Yeah, they're amazing.
In this run, in the, not to interrupt you, Brian, but Spider-Girl Zero run, that's a good kickoff for the series. But I was looking at the comments real quick, and Thoro mentioned the Black Suit Spider-Girl, which is pretty cool. The first appearance, I believe, of that one is in the same run. I believe it's issue number 75. That's one to dig out too. Very low print run too.
Yeah,
very cool.
Shout out Swaggle House Comics and Games, another amazing content creator. Make sure you're checking out his work every week. He's putting out just amazing stuff. Really liking his roundtable show that he's been doing lately. Make sure you check it out. All right, next on the list, the Almost 10, another great cover right here. This is a Venom variant cover. Dylan right there on the cover. I just learned the other day that that is how he's doing his webs. They're those chains type things. I totally didn't realize that for the longest time. I'm a moron, but this is Venom number 5, the Apollo Siqueira 1 in 25 variant. What's
So
going
you
on
do you
secondary
so
on this?
so do you like this cover?
I like it. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's terrible. I like
The
how they put the trade in there. I like the background.
His
Um,
chest looks like,
chest is a little boxy though.
I mean, that is
Shoulders.
like that's like a 24 pack. I mean, that is a lot going on that chest, but
Yeah, not as a lot of Hartman says seems like a lot of work to make a chain web. Not as much work as making a McFarlane web. Trust me.
yeah, this just came out. It's selling for 45, so it's a 1 in 25, so almost double ratio. But I don't know. Is there something specific? You would know, Dollar. Is there something
Yeah,
specific in this issue?
it's arguably their first full appearance of Bedlam. I say arguably because there was that debate with issue 4 and 5 in the community, and then also we found out the Saturday before there was multiple new Kings in Blacks. So there's a team appearance, I guess. Somebody is calling it a team appearance of Kings in Black. So there's 3 new symbiotes that control other symbiotes, supposedly. So, but yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't really like this cover. It's not bad. I think it's cool, but I have a feeling that this book is probably heavily ordered compared to issue 4.
So. Yeah. All right, next on the list, Thunderbolts number 1, the second print. This is a super rare book. I don't think I've ever seen this book.
I didn't know there was a second print of this.
Yeah, neither did I. Never ever seen it until the Almost 10 tonight. I do know there's some really cool Thunderbolts books that can be found in magazines as supplementals. There's a Thunderbolts 0 that's a really cool book. There's a Thunderbolts preview that's a really cool book. But I've never seen the number 1 second print. The second print has the pink background, as you guys see.
Yeah, so like about a week ago, I must have missed it, but the only reason I saw it this week, there was the Raw. It's selling for like $70, and like a week ago there was a 9/8 that sold for $450.
Wow,
which is way higher than I was expecting for something like this.
Yeah. Chat, let us know if you guys have ever seen this and what you think of it, because
I've seen it.
You've seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it. My question is, the first print has a newsstand edition, so I've been looking for this in a newsstand. I don't know if that's even possible, but in the guts there's multiple first appearances. Also there's like 4 or 5 reveals, but yeah, this one is very hard to find, especially the only one I've ever come across. He was beat the hell up, and I got it, and I found it at a secondhand store. But yeah, I'm looking for this in a newsstand, and if that's not possible, chat, let me know, and then I could save a little time.
Although apparently you should be buying it even if it's not a newsstand. So.
Yes. Great book. All right, next book on the Almost 10, a beautiful Captain America variant right here, you guys. Captain America, Living Legend number 4, Francisco Francavilla, 1 in 50 right here. Francavilla is just amazing. What a great cover artist.
Yeah, what is this, like the Back to the Future?
I like the stash, dude. That stash is legendary, bro.
The stash is crazy, but it's like, look, I mean, he's got the tires like the Back to the Future
Mask.
car.
Oh, was it Back to the Future?
Yeah, when he like took off on the up in the sky or whatever.
Yeah, he's got the DeLorean look.
Don't those have didn't that happen in Mask too, with one of the cars in Mask where the wheels turned in like that? Yeah, T. Jones. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's cool. What's this selling for?
I didn't even know. Have you ever seen this? Because I'd never even seen it. This came out like a year or 2 ago, something like that. I'm not even. It's not new, but it's a $150 raw book.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Trial by God. Shout out to Nate, Trial by Gods. He says the Matt Tracker Mask vehicle does that. If you guys didn't know, Nate or Trial by Gods on IG is a great content creator over here on Tales from the Flip Side. He's been killing it on the card shows and on Monday nights. This lucky SOB got to go to the Super Bowl, you guys. The Super Bowl. Sent me a damn video from that watching the halftime show at the Super Bowl. I said, "You lucky." No, I'm just joking. Good on you, Nate. I hope you had a lot of fun. Can't wait to hear about it on Monday's show, man.
He told me he got a shirt for Ben, a Cincy shirt at the Super Bowl.
Nice.
So you might want to get with him then after.
Hell yeah.
That was.
I know you don't want to talk about it. I know you don't want to talk about it.
Oh, I want to. Aaron Donald, baby.
Man, it took me 3 days to get out of a funk.
Yeah, that's why I didn't rub it in or anything. I knew.
Don't feel bad, dude. It took me like 2 months when the Rangers lost last time the Rangers lost the cup, bro.
Hey, I do appreciate it though.
Hey, but look, the Rams probably have one more year if they run it back. But since he's got dude, they could be building a dynasty.
Yeah,
So.
I think so. This is a really cool Captain America book, though. Be on the lookout. Man, did not know it was that rare, or it might not be that rare. I don't know.
It's really, because it's a 1 in 50. I don't know why
many people bought that many copies of Captain America 1976 number 4.
of a number 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why this week was just weird for these books that I've never even seen.
Yeah.
I don't know why that happened this week, but
that's awesome. All right, on to the final book in the Almost 10, you guys. Another one of my all-time favorite books. One of the hardest books to find because there are so many damn reprints to this book. This is Johnny the Homicidal Maniac #1, the first print. Now, if you guys don't know, pay attention to that slave labor graphics image at the top, because the first prints only have that type of image, but you still have to look inside because I think the second and third print have that image. But the only way to tell is by opening it up and looking inside for the first print. I think there's probably 30 prints of this book. I mean, Johann Vasquez, just one of the biggest independent creators of the early 2000s and late 90s. This was everywhere in Arizona. I remember seeing just copies of it for days and days and days, and then people realized how good it was, and it just dried up like that.
Yeah, I've never found this. I've never found a first print of the #1. I found a first print of #3. That's as close as I've gotten to ever finding a first print of this.
Yeah, there is a special edition of #1 that's limited to 1,500. That's also super rare to get. It's I think it might be hand numbered.
But yeah, so CGC 9.4 of this sold
That's
this week for
rare.
Yeah, but it sold for $550 for a 9.4.
Dude, the spine ticks on this book are legendary. The spine ticks that you see in a Johnny Homicidal Maniac book can be the most spine tick comic you'll ever see. I feel everyone I see is just.
What is this book about?
The Homicidal Maniac, bro.
What?
That dude right there, Johnny.
It looks like a kid, right?
Yeah. This is the same guy that created Invader Zim, right? He also created what's the little girl that he created?
Squee.
He created Squee. He created another character. Much beloved creator, man. Crazy book.
Yeah.
All right, before we get into the Almost 10, I want to remind everybody to hit that subscribe button. That's the best way you guys can support the channel. We have a lot of amazing things going on the channel right now. We've got shows basically every night of the week. The Comic Book Women did an amazing spotlight last Tuesday on Sozomakia, who is just taking the comic art world by storm right now. She is absolutely amazing artist. She did the Catwoman 39 variant. She did the Vampirella #1 the Vampirella book that just recently came out. She did the Vampirella Valentine's Day book and the Red Sonja Valentine's Day book. She's just amazing, and they did a great little spotlight on her and her work and values on just the little bit of books you can find out there. And we're really hoping to get her on the channel soon. I would love to get her to sit in and talk with Comic Book Women. So make sure you guys are following Tuesday nights, and sometime soon you just might catch Sozomakia showing up on there and talking about her career. And I really think you're going to fall in love with her. So make sure you guys are checking out Comic Book Women. Make sure you're subscribing to Nearing Nirvana. Shout out to Laura, Lucy, and Jen and crew. All right, let's get into the honorable mentions this week. Our Golden Age honorable mention this week, a crazy book right here, Master Comics number 29. And it has two of the big three, right? Hitler and Tojo on there. It's just missing Mussolini. So
this cover, I swear, when I saw this cover, first of all, if a 4.0 sold for 6,300, and 8.0 sold last year for 5,300. So double the grade, sold for $1,000 less than what it sold for this week. But when you look at this picture, man, it's hilarious. I mean, he's hitting him with a belt. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's great, dude.
With the buckle side, it's a belt.
Yeah, reminds me of Dazed and Confused, man.
What? And I don't even know how he hit it. Like he went like forehand this way, but he's hitting him from the back side. Like, how did he do that?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he jumped over it.
Must be those underoos.
Man, and he apparently hit Tojo so hard that he still's hurting because he's not even getting hit, and he's like, ouch. So I don't know what's going on.
John Longshot 68 says, now that's an ass whooping. Amen. Amen. Hit a Nazi with your belt buckle.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, it amazes. Well, it doesn't amaze me, but it's interesting that these, dictator things still sell as well as they do. I mean, it's just strange.
Yeah. It's one of those niche collecting things in comics. I talk about that all the time with people that collect moon covers, skull covers, bondage covers, headlight covers, covers with big hands in them. They got have you ever seen those old Silver Age and Golden Age covers where it's like a big hand chasing a bunch of people and the hands like in the background? It's like huge.
Military, electric chair.
Yeah. Eye pokings, Don Heck face guy screaming covers, all kinds of stuff like this. It's a whipping action. Yeah. Okay. All right. That'll work. Yeah. Craig says flashbacks of when my dad busted my behind when I get in trouble. Craig, that's what happens when you lose your job and get fired on your day off, bro. What are you doing getting fired on your day off? All right. Next honorable mention, a beautiful G.I. Joe cover right here. I think we've talked about this before. This is G.I. Joe number 15 from 2012 with Tommy Lee Edwards, 1 in 10 variant. Amazing Viper variant. I love the Viper, the Cobra Viper character. Such a great design, and just fell in love with that character very early to where I collect all the different color variants of the Viper. There's like 15 of them or 10 of them, something like that. So what's going on with this?
So we talked about this. It was probably a couple months ago, something like that. I think it was on the Almost 10. And because a copy had sold for $45, which was pretty good, for a 1 in 10 that not very many people really knew anything about. But this week a raw copy sold for $125. So like almost 3 times what that sold for just a couple months ago, and I don't see any listed. This is another one of these GI Joes that, great cover, impossible to find. I think people just kind of overlook these IDW GI Joes.
Yeah,
but man, some of these are just brutally hard. The ones from the special missions, the IDW special missions variants are just, they're just non-existent. It's crazy how hard some of these are to find. And I'm not like a huge GI Joe guy like you are, Brian, but it's hard to, you really can't ignore these covers.
Yeah.
Retaliation started streaming on Epics this week too. And Rock, Dwayne Johnson, and the cast were promoting it on IG. So
One thing I gotta do real quick, I gotta jump back to that Master Comics 29 because Keep It Thorough dropped a comment in here that just blew me away. He says, "This is a book I forever had the regrets of selling back in the day." Oh, man.
Damn.
That's a bummer, brother. That's a bummer. How much you sell it for back in the day? I'd love to know that. And you're right. The G.I. Joe book, Thorough, does look like an Eastman cover.
I agree.
Yeah. So, Wonderworld Comics says, I still keep boxes of all this because the prices were never good. Yeah. Some books, it's just not worth selling. Like, you'll hold it for until it pops because it's going to pop. There's a lot of books like that. Matter of fact, I sold a bunch on Whatnot. All right. Before we get in the top 10, you guys, I want to shout out another great retailer, Bird City Comics. Make sure you guys are checking out Bird City Comics. Some of the most amazing variants in the game. They recently put up this Punisher variant that's coming out right now, a Peach Momoko Punisher variant, and this gorgeous Vampirella Dracula Unholy #4 by Carla Cohen. Carla Cohen, another one of those artists that is just waiting to go nuclear, go atomic. Do yourself a favor, follow Carla Cohen on IG. She is amazing to follow on social media and an amazing artist, and you can get lucky and sometimes get original art from her on there. So shout out to the Bird City crew. I know Laura has been trying to get Carla Cohen, she really wanted to get some covers done by Carla Cohen, so I'm really glad that they had that happen. But shout out to Bird City Comics, just putting out amazing product week by week. Really, really good stuff. I mean, look at this NYX #4 by Nathan Zierdy, just fire. Absolutely, literally. Bird City Comics, you guys. I'm going to drop that link in the chat for everybody. Another one of those amazing retailers that we love around here. So make sure to go check out birdcitycomics.com. All right.
One thing I like about Bird City, real quick, Brian, just a side note, is they do offer that 4 payment flexibility if you have a big order or even a small order and you don't have the money. But you can pay over 4 payments. So
great peeps over there. Shout out to Ant and Laura and Tim.
Hey Brian, did you see that Keep It Thorough said he sold a 2.0 for 400?
Oh, what's that go for now?
Well, 4.0 just sold for 6,000. So
yeah,
so
2,500
probably. 2,500, $3,000 probably.
Yeah. All right, on to number 10, you guys. A gorgeous Iron Fist cover. This is the 1 in 50 for Iron Fist #1, the new Iron Fist series that sees Danny Rand leaving the Iron Fist costume behind, only to be taken over by the one and only Swordmaster. So you have the first appearance of Swordmaster as Iron Fist, and another great first appearance in this book also. Richie, maybe you can fill us in on that.
Yeah, so this was shown on in the previews. A lot of people were speculating on this here image, and it ended up being the 1 in 50, which is, as you can see, I believe it says after Romita Jr., so it is an homage. There was other things that we were, at least the speculator community were linking Lin Lee, Swordmaster, to Iron Fist. The emblem on his belt buckle was the same emblem that was on the Lin Lee sword. Couple other things, and I also posted about his bro, just to try to eliminate, just in case, because it was so obvious that it was Lin Lee, but just to try to eliminate any other Marvel Mr. X, quote unquote. And I found something interesting, and if you go to my IG and you can read it, it does make you wonder. It's definitely a solid theory, but Lin Lee was the betting favorite. There was also a really cool surprise first appearance in this book, Mei Min, who is a friend of Iron Fist, and a lot of people are saying is a potential future Thunderer. But yeah, I mean, we knew that this image was the first link that linked Lin-Lee Swordmaster to the new Iron Fist, because the broken shards here, as you can see on the image, and Danny Rand walking away. So, you know, there you got the broken shards of the, I believe it's, what is it? The Sword of Fuji.
Yeah.
And, yeah. And then when we found out that was the 1 in 50, I was like, it's such a beautiful image. There's a lot of good covers for this, but it's going to be a heavily ordered book. Be careful paying 100 plus. You know, I just think there's going to be, I end up being retailer variants. So there could be, you know, something down the line where a lot of those pop up. Just be careful. I think, honestly, I think there's a lot more to this story than what is being led on. And I think it's a very good read. So keep on this one. And hopefully you've been watching Tales from the Flipside, following people like me, Universe X Comics, Batcave, Manny the Comic Collector, multiple, very deceptive. We're telling you for years to jump on those War of Realms, New Agents of Atlas issue number 2. Now, we already knew about 1, but we were saying issue number 2 because that was your first full appearance of Lin-Lee Swordmaster. That book was $20 book for a long time, bumped up to about 40 when this image came out, just based on pure speculation. Now it's confirmed, and now it's a raw 80 something plus book. And then Ben can go ahead and later in the show we can talk about it and see what the graded versions are going for.
Well, I want to welcome in the one, the only Mighty Mel V. What up, Mel? How you doing, brother?
What's going on, man? Hey, I
Hello,
feel
Mel.
We're doing good, man. We're just starting the bulk of the list, the gravy, the meat and potatoes, and everything else. I just mix all that shit up.
Hey, hey, on this book, what is up with that
Claw?
that Gwen X-Men variant that's on this? It is so bad.
Yeah,
like,
it is bad.
I mean,
It
like
is bad.
horrendous.
It is
like,
bad. But you know what isn't bad? Shout out to Wanted Comics. The Perillo is not that bad. It's actually pretty damn good.
It's really nice.
Mel, what do you got there, my friend?
Oh, Muffin Wheel.
there it is. Couldn't say
Look
anything
at
better. It came right on time.
So, Mel, do you know that you can only get this book right now in 2 places? You know what those places are? Whatnot and the Mighty Mel V show. That is the only place you can get this book. Started selling today. They will only be available tonight on Drunken Chat for free, and in Whatnot. Only certain sellers are selling these books. It is exclusive to Whatnot. You will not find it anywhere else. You will not find it on eBay until people that are buying it put it up for resale. It's one of only 2 exclusives. There is a really nice Scon variant also. But yeah, I like the 1 in 25 also. I like the cover A. The cover A is really, really nice too. So be on the lookout for that cover A. But
so I like the idea of what Warner Comics is doing, because he's letting the streets decide the price.
yes.
Yeah.
That's
I wanted to add one more thing about this 1 in 50. The one thing I do like about this 1 in 50 is that the fact that it's seeing a worthy bump, so to speak. But the character isn't on the cover, and a lot of people, they're a lot of investors, especially, they want that in the guts and on the cover. And this just goes to show that a beautiful cover can just, with the first appearance in the guts, still has legs.
Yeah. And it's also a very good homage.
Yes,
very good homage. Yes.
No more shitty homages. Like, I know I say in the past, like, no homages at all, but if they're good, if they're like this, I mean, keep them coming. Just don't overuse it. So
I ordered a significant amount of these, and people called me crazy. Well,
yeah.
The cover A is what 15?
Yeah. Trey says this is 100% cover play. Not at all, my friend.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
two
Not at all.
big first appearances in this book.
Shout out to the Asian community because they are very, very supportive of this character, which is huge.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, there is a good Megatron Namor ASM 50 swipe for Transformers. That is true, Ultra. All right, next on to what was this going for? Like 80, 90, you said?
Over
100 plus. Yeah, 100 plus.
100 plus. Ooh.
Yeah.
What is the cover A's going for?
I think 10 to 15.
Yeah, I
but
think
nice.
so.
4 or
Nice.
5 times.
And the cover A's are really nice, you guys. Take a look at them. All right, on to number 9 this week. Of course, you knew the Illuminati were going to be on here. And here is their first appearance. New Avengers, The Road to Civil War, New Avengers Illuminati Special #1. I wish they wouldn't have numbered it because I always get in trouble trying to make sets of the Illuminati series and putting this book as #1 instead of the #1. But this is a special. They did do a 5-issue miniseries with another #1, so it'll always get you. But this one right now is showing some love. What's it selling for on the secondary market?
Yeah, so pretty much until the Doctor Strange trailer came out, there was like nobody was buying this at all. There was 0 sales.
Yep.
Then this week, there was a bunch of sales, and all in like the $30 to $40 range. It is nice. It again, Delato cover. So you it's kind of like Alex Ross. You're just getting that awesome cover art to start with. And then this is like their first in title, right?
Yes.
Their own.
This is
like
actually their
title.
first solo. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I could do without the green to the Road to Civil War on the top.
Yeah.
If that was not on there, I think this would be a magnificent cover. But that green is so. And then with the red Marvel, it looks like kind of like a Christmas cover or something. But
Well, so again, how much did you say this is going for?
30 to 40.
So this book sold on my Whatnot tonight for $17 in near mint.
Really?
Yep.
So how they gonna do this Illuminati? Because that's Black Bolt, not
Black
Black
Bolt. Yeah.
They're gonna bring him back.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They're gonna bring him back. And he's gonna be badass. He's gonna be mean. He's gonna be fucking. I hope.
That means that Black Bolt #1 is going to be great book.
Oh
And-
yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
And the Iron Man, he did.
Well, I
different
believe
Iron Man,
in this
maybe.
book, Iron Man is Reed Richards, right? I mean, I don't know. I could be mistaken, but I thought that
Isn't he
Reed
right
Richards-
there?
Yeah, so it's Reed Richards and
Yeah.
Iron Man Reed Richards.
Yeah, I thought he was wearing the iron suit, but I don't know. Maybe I could be confused with another. I'm so
No, I think that's Tony Stark.
off world. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he gone.
Well, maybe Ironheart takes the place.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Could-
the
it
MCU,
could-
that's
it-
vintage MCU retcon.
It could be an Iron Man.
Machine.
These could all be from different universes, right? From different their variants.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
See,
So-
what did I tell you when we first heard multiverse is coming up? What I say? This is gonna just fuck up everything. But trailer
No,
look
it's
good
not.
though.
It's
Trailer
not
look
gonna
good.
fuck it up.
No, it's good. It's gonna tie it up, but speculation for this is all over the place. I'm seeing superior. We could probably get to that later, but man, I'm gonna sit this one out and enjoy the show, enjoy the movie. That's it.
Yeah.
Ain't about none of this shit.
Well, remember what the Kang variant? What are we calling him? The Kang variant at the end of Loki.
Kang.
No, it wasn't King. It was a one
above all.
Right.
One
he
below
said
all.
he said once the multiverse cracked and she stabbed him or whatever, he said now anything and everything is on the table.
Yep.
So, that he's talking to the MCU audience, but for us, that's like, okay, that opens so many possibilities. I mean, look, I was just talking about it on Modern Comic Mayhem. What's her name? Faiza's first appearance says Excalibur is in the Captain Britain MI13 book, but then 4 years later, she's in Avengers Assemble book as Captain Britain. And then I go back and I look and I do the research. It's 2 different variants, 2 different worlds. So I say buy them all. Buy 'em
show all
all.
over the place. I say, enjoy the show, man. Just enjoy the
Listen,
movie, man.
Listen, you guys, as long as we're getting big names like this showing up to watch our show, I'm all for it, man. Just quit screwing up the Star Wars universe. What are you doing?
He who remains.
right.
That's it. Thank you,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, he who remains. Yeah, there we go. Shout out to Mojo Quid, who said the same thing, and probably 10 other people yelling it at their screens.
Big shout out to Mojo.
Yeah. All right. 242 live. You guys hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, drop something in the super chat if you guys can. We appreciate each and every way you guys can support us, and all you guys that do support us. This community is amazing. I saw on Hive Comics sale tonight, I saw a community member buy a $200+ mystery pack and give it away to, let Hive do a giveaway on it. That is the type of community that I'm talking about. That's the type of community where we see Mel give away, Iron Fist #1 parallel variants to people that are just watching the show. That is the type of community that helps other collectors learn about these amazing books. And keep on it, you guys. Let's keep building this thing. All right.
Somehow I'm still the bad guy. I don't get it.
You're not a bad guy. What are you talking about?
I don't know, man.
I don't associate with bad guys. Number 8 on the list this week. This is a weird one. This is RWBY number 7, the Chew variant. What does RWBY stand for?
I have no idea.
What is RWBY? I never heard of this.
It's some kind. It's a DC. It's a DC book.
It's a DC book, really.
Yeah.
So Walmart. This was
great
Walmart,
cover.
right?
Yeah. So this was only. It was a 7-issue miniseries. This is the last issue. DC apparently had canceled it. Was not going to do number 7, but then apparently did. These are. It's so weird. Like I see all kinds of things. I keep seeing things saying ultra rare, but you look on eBay and there's a bunch of them for sale. A bunch of them have sold.
Right.
This is selling for $100. And then you see the A cover, and they're listed. There's a few of them on, but they're listed for like $5,000. I mean, I'm so confused as to what is going on, or why this is going on at all. It's just. I mean,
so this, like what Patrick says, and I've had a lot of people reach out to me on IG and through YouTube comments saying that this, along with the rare Genlock 6, which we saw last week, showed up in Marvel packs, which is awesome. I mean, keep a lookout.
They showed up in the Marvel packs?
Yes, sir.
In a DC book?
Yeah.
How did that work?
Oh, sorry, not Marvel packs, the Walmart packs. I'm sorry. I meant to say Walmart packs.
The Walmart DC packs?
Yeah, the Walmart DC packs.
So is that the ones with the big board behind them, or where they're just fully shrink wrapped just to the book?
That's a great question.
Because there's a difference.
I only seen one.
Shout out to Namesh Patel for the $20 super chat. He says a little support for the channel. Much love to you. We appreciate your support, brother, as always.
I've never seen a different DC pack. Ben.
Yeah, so there's 2 different DC packs. There's ones that are basically shrink wrapped to the size of the book. They look just like the Walmart packs. Then there's other ones where there's a backer board that's like
a mask or something.
Like here's your comic, and then the backer board is like this big. It's humongous.
So the fully shrink wrapped ones is what we're seeing.
Okay.
Interesting. So
it's strange. It's just a strange. I mean, that I like the fact. I mean, you know me. I like these books that are hyper rare that really people don't really know much about. This one's just. I'm not really sure it's really rare.
I'm gonna be frank with you. I mean, I think Ultra said it. This book came out around COVID. He's right. The series, like many Marvel series, were, I wouldn't say canceled, but stopped indefinitely or postponed indefinitely. And I think there's at least probably between 3,000 to up to 25,000 of these probably sitting in a warehouse somewhere waiting for a diamond warehouse sale. So, I wouldn't be surprised.
Just a weird one. $100 is a lot. It seems like a lot to me. It'd be one thing if there was only one or two on eBay. But when you're seeing dozens of them, then it's not. It's not super. It can't be that rare.
Interesting.
Yeah. Maybe that's where the warehouse diamond dumps are going. They're going to Walmart now.
Yeah, you're 100% right on that, Richie. No, I shouldn't say you're 100% right on that, but I agree with you 100%. I been told actually from a couple of insiders that is where these diamond dumps are going now.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So on to the next book, number 7 this week, Secret Avengers, number 19 right here. What is this selling for on the secondary market? This is the debut of a new Moon Knight costume, right?
Yeah. So this was like a $10 or $15 book, and now it's like 40 to 50.
Yeah. It's the Mr. Knight suit, right?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
confirmed
but not
in the last
but not the character, right? This is just the suit,
just the
right?
suit. Yeah. So the Mr. Knight character is being speculated on, invested on, because that's looks like the character he will be playing for a second.
It's one of them.
Mean they're gonna,
one of them.
One
of
many.
Playing all
of his,
5. He's playing 5 of them.
Right.
Yeah. And again, I don't have this book and I haven't read it or anything like that. So that is all this is just the first appearance of a costume.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, he operates under the assumption of Stephen Grant and another personality, Jake Lockley, but they don't merge. And bottom line, he ends up being what do you call him, Brian? Mr. Knight.
Yeah, Mr. Knight. Shout out to Trace Hunter for the $20 super chat. He says, "Stupid tax for Iron Fist comment." Hey, brother. Yeah, we love you all the same, bro. It doesn't matter. We appreciate it though.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
It seems like, well, I guess my question is just, it seems like spending $40 to $50 on a not real first appearance is kind of odd, right? I mean, it's kind of like, I mean, I love the cover. I think the cover's great. I just think that's odd that what people spend their money on. And
yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking if I'm spending $50, I'm just going to go ahead and get an actual first appearance, right?
This is speculation in comics, bro. It's a mad world, bro.
Yeah.
One of the greatest movies of all time, right there. 250 live. Thanks for joining us, you guys.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I just wonder. I mean, and this is a kind of a weekly thing. I just wonder who is actually. I mean, because when I'm spending $50 on a book, it's a book that I either really want, or I have a really good idea that I'm not throwing $50 in the trash. This is like so obscure of a $50 spend. It just seems odd to me. Like, who has $50 to spend on this book? Right?
Whew. Yeah, $50 is a lot of money for this book. I'll agree. What do you think, Mel?
I think it's going to appear in packs tomorrow. Melmart. Melmart packs.
Melmart.
They're gonna be in Melmart packs tomorrow. But when it comes to suit, if people enjoy the suit, and this is the first appearance of the suit, and if that character is one of people's favorite personas of Moon Knight, then I can see this taking off more.
Yes.
Yeah. Good point.
And it is probably the coolest of all the personalities. I don't know, man. Moon Knight is such a cool character.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. All right. $50 book. Sell them if you got them.
Melmart.
Sell them if you got them.
Shockers.
Yep. Number 6 on the list this week. Superior Iron Man. We're starting to get into speculation more on the Multiverse of Madness sneak peek, and everybody's wondering who that glowing type character is. And Superior Iron Man is starting to sell, and there are a ton of covers for this book. Let me go ahead and show you guys.
When
Holy moly!
when I seen that this shit was selling, I did the same shit he's doing on that cover. I'm like,
Well, I mean, even before that the Super Bowl trailer with the screenshot, a lot of people were saying that they thought that was Tom Cruise, anyways, right? They thought,
well,
Tom Cruise
it was Tom Cruise turned into a black man.
There are some good.
It's like a black guy to me.
It does, yeah, it does a little bit. I thought maybe Kang, right? But
probably
who knows?
Kang.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it's Monica Rambeau.
It does.
Oh, is
look
it
like
Monica Rambeau?
I bet money is Monica Rambeau.
What about Ironheart? Can't be Riri?
No, it's Monica Rambeau.
Hey, or Marvel may have just put some random character on a screen that we are all like, who is that? And it's actually just somebody just threw on there just to put on there. Like, it's not even a real character at all.
It's Monica Rambeau, man.
But this thing is like, I would have thought after like all these people came out and were like, look, there's no way that this is, there's no way that this is Superior Iron Man, anything like that. And like, this book is still selling. Like, it's not even like slowed down. Like, I was expecting it to just, because it jumped up to like a, $50 book. It's still a $40 to $50 book. Like, it's odd. It's just really odd. Now, I will say that Riri cover over the Scotty Young one.
Don't you fucking say it.
Now,
that is not Riri.
You know that's Riri.
That is not Riri. I asked Scotty Young 4 years ago. Is that Riri?
Who is it?
It's a black girl.
That's Riri, dude.
That's not Riri, bro.
She's wearing an Iron Man.
He said it himself. That is not Riri. Ask him again on Twitter.
I don't believe that. Just like I don't believe that Cosmic Ghost Rider was Punisher.
There
ain't no way. Ain't no way they're putting a random black girl on an Iron Man book.
Bro,
with an Iron Man blue, red and gold hoodie.
Ask him. He'll tell you the same shit he told me 4 years ago. That is not Riri, bro.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Ask him.
It's Scotty Young.
Pump. It's not Pump. Not a single one of us are sitting on 30 copies of this book.
That is there's no who to be. Who has Scotty Young ever put as a random character on a cover? Never. There's no random characters on Scotty Young covers. None.
Bro, it's not Riri, bro.
Who is it then?
So wouldn't that predate Iron Man 7?
I don't know. I don't know when this came out. But I know that's not some rain. It's not just a
I'll tell you
nobody
when.
character.
Yeah, now
January 2015, January to August. So that's interesting.
And go ahead, go ahead. And when did Invisible Iron Man 7 come out?
I have no idea.
Look it up, and I'm gonna put this shit right there.
I'll let the sharks look it up. Oh, we lost Richie. What the hell? Here's what I will say.
But Invisible Iron Man
covers are great. These covers are freaking great. This Scotty Young cover is great. This Sinar variant's great. The A cover is great. This Groot and Rocket by Fowler is great. The Alex Ross is amazing. I think every cover, even this one's decent because it's kind of like it's not that great. What am I talking about? This is the only bad one. Every single cover other than this one is good,
Look, where my man go? Look at HH Comics. Invisible Iron Man 7 was 2016. So you telling me this is the first Riri? No, it's not. It's not Riri, bro.
I just want to know who it is then. Who is it?
It's a random black. I remember on the Principal Defense, I was like, yo, they need to stop drawing all black girls with the same hair. I've been down this rabbit hole a lot, and I got a lot of carrots, man. It's not Riri, bro. Trust me.
It's got to be somebody then. I just want to know who it is.
You call it whatever you want to call it. Mika.
Mika?
First Mika.
Well, who does Scott Young say was? Because, again, he doesn't draw. He only puts characters on covers.
He laughed and said, no, that's not Riri. I'm down this hole, man. It's not every year. I said the same shit. That it's not Riri on this cover.
What if he's told to say that?
So this is the first appearance of Riri. So everybody got to.
I'm not saying that, but what if?
I'm just asking if it's not Riri. Who is it?
Mika.
Who's Mika?
I don't know. It ain't Riri.
It just seems kind of odd that it's on an Iron Man cover. It just
to be honest with you, I've seen this cover for years. I never really even thought about it.
So if you think it's weird to see her on an Iron Man cover, wait till you see this dinosaur in Moon Girl. named Mel.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Bro.
Shout out to Mel. Mighty Mel V by Marvel.
Now that's crazy.
Is this Moon Girl?
No.
When did Moon Girl come out?
2016, I think.
So this was that was after this as well.
It's not Moon Girl either. It's just a girl.
Hey, I'm reading all your guys' comments. It's not just a girl. Scotty Young doesn't put just a girl on a cover. He always has. He only has characters on covers
or
They
creators.
only- yeah, that's all he has. It's not just a random kid.
I'll take Moon Girl over Riri because it ain't Riri. Plus, it ain't Riri. It's not Riri.
This
It's
is
all
gonna
around the
turn
same
into a
time too. It's like
cameo versus first appearance
2015.
bullshit.
Yeah, this came out in 2015. Riri came out 2016.
What's the text on the cover say? Let's take a look here.
Yeah, Riri came out 2016, but on that cover she's little. She's young.
It says, "What's up with this new armor?" ? The armor says, "I'm evil now, so I needed a new look." She says, "Makes sense. You should change your name too." And he says, "To what?" And she says, "Bluetooth Man."
That ain't no shit Riri would say.
What do you mean?
Riri, she don't talk like
It's
that.
a baby, bro.
That girl looks like she's like 10 years old.
It's a baby. Yeah, it's Scotty Young baby bullshit.
But you
All
know
right.
what? I believe Mel, so if you just didn't say it, it didn't say it.
Let's
Okay,
move
let's go.
on. That is Superior Iron Man. What's it selling
Ben's
for
face is
there?
red.
Ben?
Still selling for 40 plus, but don't
Not
spend
bad.
40 plus on that.
Just
Yeah.
the A covers selling for 40 plus?
Yep.
Nice.
Well, what's
Sell
the-
it, you guys. Sell
what's
them if you got them.
What's the
Second
Scotty Young
print.
selling for?
I honestly don't know matter.
The second print, I think there was like less than 3,000 or 4,000 of them. That's a cool one. It has the blue too.
All right. Before we move on to the final 5, the 1 through 5, that is, I want to give a shout out to where is it? Comments have been going crazy. Where is Wanted Comics? Wanted Comics in the house. Anyways, today Wanted Comics says he said basically how crazy TGIF is. He was part of the TGIF block today. Remember, you guys, every Friday we got TGIF that we're doing 6-hour block, starting with JJ's Comics and Art at 5 p.m. Eastern, Wanted Comics at 6 p.m. Eastern, Big Clutch, aka Comics Vault, live at 7 p.m. Eastern, Big Leg at 8 p.m. Eastern, moi, Brian McClay at 9 p.m. Eastern, with Hive rounding out the back end at
That is,
10 p.m. Eastern.
Solid lineup.
Oh, yeah.
Solid lineup.
Killer. So we'll be doing that every Friday night, you guys. Each seller has a 1-hour block, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you guys check that out.
Scotty doesn't know.
Scotty doesn't know. All right, number 5. It's not a Scotty Young cover, but it's a really good chibi cover that's almost Scotty Young-ish. Stan Sakai's daughter, I believe, did this cover.
Really?
No.
Is it, no?
That's
His
his wife.
His wife did
Yeah,
this
because
cover.
look how it's signed. It's a dual cover, just Sakai. So it's got him and her.
Ah, very cool. Very
She
cool.
did a homage to what's the name of that?
Albedo number 2.
Yes, she did a homage to that, and it was in the Stan Sakai store. Might still be there.
Yeah. It is not for sale. It sold out very quickly. Yeah, really cool book. As Drew says, there's only one Urkel. Yeah, both Julie and Stan Sakai, says Ultra. So there you go. His wife's name is Julie. For some reason, I always thought it was his daughter. That's terrible of me. I should have known that. What is this selling for right now? Retailer incentive, and I think we talked about this on either Drunken Chat or Simple Man's Comic News Weekly last week. Really cool book right here.
Yeah, it's a $35 to $40 book right now. So
I'd spend the 40 on it.
Yeah, maybe 30. I'll sell it for 40.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Ain't
yeah.
mad at it.
Is it what is it? Was it a cover? Was it a 1 in 25? What was
1
it?
in 10.
1 in 10. Okay. All right. So I wonder what it sold. What was the price on this? What are the prices on IDW books? $3.99.
Maybe
Yes,
this was
they're
this
$3.99.
Yeah, and this was,
Okay.
I think, like in Midtown, I think you could get it for like 15, maybe
Mhm.
18. And I like the
So it
comments
should
here.
be a
that-
$40 book then, you know?
yeah, and I like the comments are saying the JU is for Julie, ST is for Stan. That's how they came up
That's
with Jest.
that's dope.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That is
cool.
dope.
Yeah, very cool. As Wonderworld said. All right. Number 4 on this week's list. Here's that War Realms New Agents of Atlas you were talking about earlier there, Richie. This is number 2. Starting to jump up close to the
Percolate.
top of the list. Yeah, percolating.
Yeah.
Beat
Yeah,
Kirby.
9/8s, 400 plus,
Whew.
9/6s, 170, 9/4s, 120. Those are all 3 of those are all-time highs
Nice.
right now for it.
And this is the first appearance of
First in-story appearance, so we'll just say first full appearance. That's what I'm saying. Full story appearance. First full appearance.
Swordmaster.
Yeah,
Swordmaster Lindley, yeah, because he's on the cover of issue 1, on not on all the covers, but on the incentives and the late, a couple late printings, and also on this issue 2, I think it's the second print. He's not on that cover, but his sword is it's panel art, default Marvel late printing cover art, but it's his sword like whoosh.
And it predates Swordmaster 1.
No. Yeah, it predates Swordmaster 1. Yes.
Gotcha.
Swordmaster solo series didn't come out until I believe issue 4.
Gotcha.
There it is right there. Pretty cool
Yeah.
second printing.
There's not a lot of those either. There were some store variants, but another thing I like about issue 2 also is Ron Lim, he's Ron Lim, but he has actually a really cool 1 in 25 it's literally a ghost. If you can find that thing, oh man, I would probably send it to CGC because it's selling for thousands. Issue 2, like I was saying, there were some store variants, so the count is a little bit higher for a late printing, but I wouldn't imagine it's higher than 4,000, and it's a really cool cover.
Yeah. Shout out to Manny the Comic Collector. Says War of the Realms Agents Atlas number 2 1 in 25. It's been expensive since day 1.
what is the cover on number 1 where he is on the cover?
He's on cover A. He's on the 1 in 25. He's on the 1 in 50. He's not on the connecting cover.
Boom.
There's the 1 in 25. There's the 1 in 50. That's cover A.
3. He's on 3. Is he on this?
No, I don't think
he's
so.
on 3 covers.
I mean, tell him Ben makes it the first appearance.
Yeah, the other covers were like Luna and Wave. They were promoting.
He's right there.
Why? I'm confused. Why did they put him on the cover but not inside the book at all?
The same with Red Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's so
same
confusing.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it seems
Same with Scotty Young Riri.
Here you go with this shit.
Comicron has orders by retailers in the 65 to 70,000 range for issue 1 for North America, and issue 2 just below 21,000. I'm sure there's probably more orders with the Asian community and also Asia. I shouldn't say Asian community. Let me go back. Asia orders, but yeah.
So let me ask you a question.
Not an easy book to find.
So on those, and this is just my stupidity. On those issue 1s where he's on the cover, since he's not named or anything, so this is like kind of a weird situation. So here he's Swordmaster, and people are buying it now because the character Lin Lee is now Iron Fist.
Correct.
So if he stays Iron Fist, wouldn't his first appearance as Lin Lee be more important than his first appearance as Swordmaster?
Yeah, of course. I mean, but that's up to.
So if on the cover of 1, he's not really named Swordmaster because he's not named anything. It's just right.
He's just there with his.
He's just on a picture. He's just a picture.
Yeah.
So Kamala
It was a
Khan was
book,
on.
right? A paperback book or something.
Oh,
like
was it
that?
a paperback book?
Maybe,
Okay.
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
So like Kamala Khan was on the cover of Captain Marvel 17 second print, but it says Captain Marvel, so she's got a name on the cover. Red Hulk is right there on the cover, but he's got the name, right there on the cover. Magic #1 is, the first appearance of Magic. She's not named Magic in the book, but her name is right there on the cover. So I'm just trying to, like I said, I'm trying to mentally walk through this, because I do think first cover appearance, if it
Means a lot.
predates,
Yeah.
it's overlooked. I didn't realize that's who that was on the cover of that. So he's not named on the cover as Lindley or Swordmaster, right? It just shows us picture in costume of Swordmaster.
Yeah.
And now
he's not named. He's not named.
And
not
now
in
he's
the
just
book.
Iron Fist.
And now he's, yeah. So I'll go over this. I believe the Warriors of Three Sovereigns, Volume 1. That's a trade paperback, right?
Yeah, it looks
So
like
that's
it.
not a comic book. So,
Yeah.
anyways, his first appearance on the cover, you're right, Ben, is on the 1 in 25, the cover A, the 1 in 50, like we just showed. But he's not in the book. He's not in the book. Issue 2, he is on the cover, and he's right there on the left, and then he is, full appearance, full story appearance. So it's weird how this market's working. It's weird how chronological, historical, what people think are more important. As far as I know, is I technically go by release. That's what I go by. So
Yeah, that Warriors of Three Sovereigns. When that came out, in what, 2018? Is that? And
yeah, it
is
came
it
out like a
trade
year
paperback?
before. I believe it's either a graphic novel or a trade paperback.
Okay, all right. It's pretty cool. I love stuff like that, just like the Spider-Man India and stuff like that. So, all right. Let's get into the top 3, ladies and gentlemen. Number 3, Extreme Justice.
What?
Number 9, out of nowhere. What? Wonder Twin strikes again.
I got a fucking crazy story about this book. eBay story. So I sell the guy this book, right? He's like, "Oh, I want to return this book." I was like, "Why?" I said, "This is not the first appearance of Wonder Twins." I said, "Yes, it is." I said, "No, the first appearance of Super Friend." I said, "What's the first appearance in the DC universe?" He's like, "No, I want my money back. This is the first appearance." Okay. 5 years later, I'm laughing. You fuck.
Yeah, this one is an odd one. And this is the second week in a row, or 2 out of the last 3 weeks that there's been like a 90s
weird
DC random
Hawkman was last week. Yeah,
Wonder Twins this week.
Yeah, I mean, so HBO Max announced a Wonder Twins movie that they're gonna do, which is really odd to start with, because Batman still has not come out, and and we're still all just trying to figure out, is Batman gonna suck? And if Batman sucks, then you might as well just shut down every single DC movie, because if you can't get Batman right, then you can't get anything right. So the fact that they're trying to announce a Wonder Twins movie is just really weird.
Now watch this. They make that shit rated R. Game over.
It's gonna be James Gunn. I'm telling you. Here we go. Let's will it into existence.
They make this shit rated R.
Everybody was ripping on the Peacemaker info when I first got it.
They make this shit rated R. Game over. It's so much perverted shit you could do with Dan. They make this shit rated R.
But they're still doing. But he still turns into water, right?
Bro, you could do all kind of crazy shit with water. Water undefeated, bro. Water undefeated.
I guess. I don't know. It's just, this is so strange. But
they make this shit rated R.
Squirters too.
I mean, this is just. I mean, the fact that a 9.8 of this sold for, a CBCS 9.8 sold for $250. I mean, that's insane, right?
Listen, The Peacemaker, everybody laughed. That was probably one of the greatest 3 episodes I've seen so far. Great stuff. Rated R shit. They make, and that's out of the world. Nobody's thinking about making this shit rated R. If they make this shit rated R, price of the brick go up.
I'm seeing all kinds of people saying that they agree with you, Mel, that rated R is the way that DC needs to go.
Yeah, it
Yo.
is. Yeah, they need to do it funny, adult humor, James Gunn style.
But is he doing this, or you don't know?
No, I'm hoping he does.
Right,
I think it would be awesome if he did. I doubt it.
So, what
even if it was, would you spend $250 on a 9.8 of this?
No, I just gave the ones I got. The guy sent back to me.
Yeah, this is just a weird one, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Go. I can guarantee you this. Any of those old comic shops that have all 80s and 90s direct, you're probably gonna find this in there. So find it.
I bought. I think I had like 5 of these when I was. I like what it's like Gleek. Oh, Gleek, Perverted Monkey, man, make this shit rated R. You gonna have a hit of your ass, man. Gotta have Gleek though.
Joseph Pantalone says Lobo rated R, and I say that's another great thing they need to do ASAP.
Hey, this is when I grew up, I was all DC. I never read Marvel. I only read DC. So I'm extremely biased towards DC. I don't read DC anymore. It's horrible. But I mean, am I missing out on possible, like 10 years from now, I'll be like, man, nobody was ordering DC. I should have been buying all this DC stuff because nobody else was. I mean, is that
That's what I'm saying. I've been saying it. I mean, DC spec is, and you know, a lot of people are saying stories aren't the greatest right now, but they got some killer variants right now.
Yes, sir. Yes,
that
sir.
are just, you know, and they start within the last year. They finally started bringing back incentives. You know,
The money envelope for the monkey. What was that?
I liked it. I like that concept.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah,
I think right now is a great time to invest in DC. I mean, it's basic economics, man. You know, buy low, sell high.
There's a great comment. Latasha Bundy says they honestly need to stay in the adult lane. Everything they've done hard R has been great in my book. I agree with that too, 100%.
I haven't seen that name Latasha Bundy in a long time. How you doing, girl?
She's loving it. Of course, she's watching Tales from the Flipside, bro. She's doing great. She's getting ready to watch Mighty Mel V channel. And
I hope
Drunken
so.
Chat.
Come on through, girl.
And speaking of Drunken Chat, Lucas Fashina jumps in right in time. DC stories are killing Marvel. Interesting. I'd like to have him elaborate on that on Drunken Chat later tonight. So we'll see what happens with that. All right. What was the selling again, you said?
$25 or more raw, and a 9.8 sold for $250.
Wow. I think they hit 40 last sale because I was putting it together for the Melmont packs tomorrow, 11:30.
And there's newsstands of this run. I've never seen it of this issue. I've never looked, but of this run, there are newsstand copies. So.
Interesting. All right, on to number 2. This is one that people have been talking about for a while. It's a terrible pick, but this is Something is Killing the Children, number 21, the 1 per store ash can variant, and it's really hard to find decent picks of this out there.
I'm about to say, what did Dinesh did this one too?
Yeah, so let me show you guys this here. Let me do this. This is the variant here. Of course, let's see here. My Comic Shop has a little bit better. It's a little bit brighter, but you can see the stamp or the outline on it. That's what it looks like. I haven't seen it in person. This came out already, right?
Yeah,
came out Wednesday, right?
Yep.
Have you guys seen it at all? Have you guys seen it in hand? What it looks like?
I really wasn't looking to be
Is it Adam Hughes?
No.
Because
that was actually pretty good.
You saw the advertisement for that, right?
Yeah, that's
the same exact. Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be a store exclusive. This was a 1 per store. Yeah, this was a 1 per store. All black. The House of Slaughter symbol is probably like more shiny.
Yeah, that's
like that.
terrible right there. Like Jesus.
But yeah, I mean, people are loving it though. I mean, everybody's buying this. This thing is selling for $125 plus.
Wow.
I mean, it's rolling.
That's a good sign for a one per store, right, Ben?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You get above 50 on a one per store, and you're doing well.
So one store, it's got to be what, more than 3,000 stores in America.
Yeah, looks like a stamp on a brick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because you have online retailers too. Yeah.
it does.
That Frank White.
I mean, I don't know if there was. I mean, maybe the retailers would know. I don't know if you have to.
More like
have
China
them,
White.
I don't know if they're only. And it's weird that they call this an ash can, because most ash cans. I mean, ash can used to mean that it's something that was thrown away. You know, this is clearly not that. This is just a one per store variant. I mean, it's not really an ash can. I don't know why they use that terminology, but I mean, I would tend to
Adam Hughes. Let me find the Hughes. Here we
that's
go.
it. Yeah, that's it.
Looks good.
Ooh,
It's decent.
Oh, so that's the nice.
it's not
decent.
great. It's
The-
not
like it.
amazing. It's
The
okay.
placement of the branch on the log is a bit odd.
The Virgin's better.
Yeah.
That log is kind of weird, dude.
Yes,
What the
it's-
hell?
it's a bit strange.
Yeah.
But you know, it is an Adam. I'm sure Adam Hughes did that tongue in cheek, but
Kind of like Billy Martin on that 73 or 72 Topps baseball card where he's holding the baseball bat with his middle finger sticking out.
yeah.
Fuckface.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
No, that's Billy
Or
Ripken.
the Frank Thomas where he's putting on the eyeliner like this.
But what I think this does show is that people are still interested in the Killing the Kids books. I mean,
Well, it had a serious dip before. I haven't heard them talking about something's killing the kids for a minute until this.
Yeah. I bet orders went down for a little bit,
Yeah.
at least from speculators.
Manny the Comic Collector says there's an air copy for sale on eBay that's missing the House of Slaughter symbol, and the seller wants $10,000.
so just
Wow.
just an all black cover.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got about 4 of those.
yeah, color them in.
Well, I was more thinking. I mean, if it was just all black, it almost seems like you could fake that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was just thinking. That I bet you CGC will give you a green label for that manufactured.
Interesting. All right, let's get on to the final book this week. Of course, you knew it was going to be here. The Illuminati stuff has been going crazy, and this book went from hardly anything to nuclear overnight. New Avengers #7, first appearance of the Illuminati in comics, I guess is what they're calling this, right? And this thing is selling for over $100 raw.
Wow.
You know, I can't say fuck this book. Had many opportunities to pick this up. It spiked, went down, spiked a little bit again. We all knew this was coming. And I, for one, didn't hop on the train. I picked one up at whatnot for about $40. So
Yeah.
I like the Neil Adams. Is it the Neil Adams cover? The Century cover?
The Century cover.
1 in 15, 1 in 20.
Yeah, I mean,
This is the
in
this is
10.
the Century cover right here. There's a newsstand available for this one too.
That one's
So
hard to find. I can never
Mhm.
find that one.
there's the Century. You know, the Century one might blow up pretty big. Might blow up once we get some more. We get a little sniff of the Century maybe showing up the MCU or
I
something.
wish.
But it's going to take some time. I think you still want to bank on just the A cover or the
So let me-
director newsstand.
let me ask the panel: are we fully on board that that's the Illuminati? That's no question,
Yes.
no doubt
Yes.
about it.
Yes.
So who would it consist of? Black Bolt, Professor X. They're locked in because they already
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Mr. Fantastic looked like he was there.
But you also got to remember, Marvel takes a lot of these things from the comics and sometimes just uses them as inspiration. It could be anything. They could put anybody they want on there, especially if they're pulling from other dimensions. I mean, they could basically make whatever characters they want. It may not even be the same characters at all. I mean, they basically have a free palette to do whatever they want to fit their, whatever they want it to be. They don't have to go by the exact characters that are in the comics.
I'm gonna laugh if Doctor Strange went to the Black Knight's realm and those are the Knights of the Round Table and they're gonna kind of sit down and talk some shit.
Listen, you guys, 262 watching us live right now, and I really want to thank Frank Lamar Jr. for this comment. He says, "I really appreciate this show. Highlight of my Friday. Drunken Chat is so underrated. An amazing show. Also, make sure to check it out." So,
thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man.
Hell yeah, good stuff. Well, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with this book. Is it going to stay on the uptick, or I mean,
when does the movie come out?
May.
They pushed it back, or it's the summer blockbuster release.
I thought it was May. I could be wrong. I thought it was May.
No, you might be right. I honestly don't know.
John Box of Comics asked, "Do we know if this is Marvel Universe is a 616?" It doesn't matter now.
Yeah, it's always get it.
It's all open. Yeah.
So literally anything can happen.
Yeah, and you know what I think? I think that they could. It's hard for them to do. What was the Illuminati created for? It was created to
send the Hulk away.
Send the Hulk away, right?
Oh, and they do Illuminati.
Could they use the Illuminati now? Like, how they amalgamized a female Loki into two characters into one. Could they amalgamize the Illuminati's reason for being there? Instead of sending the Hulk away, it's to fix Wanda, and then that House of M stuff goes crazy again. Shout out Frank Lamar, much love again, brother. He drops us $19.99 super chat. Thank you so much. You guys, you can support us by giving us super chats, and if you can't afford super chats, a thumbs up really helps go a long way. Please, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to give us a shot. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
I can see a post-credit scene where they sitting around, Banner, Hulk. He'll get you. You got to get up out of here, man. You got to go. And he sent him on to.
This would be hilarious. I would laugh my fucking ass off if that happened. They cry like a little girl.
They would do some shit like that. They would.
Yeah. Oh no, only Star Wars would do shit like that. I don't think Marvel would.
You still mad about Boba Fett? We can
dude,
go there.
Fuck Boba Fett. Dude.
Yes, Sentry's coming. Good point, Thoro. I've been saying that for a while. A couple things I talked about on Modern Comic Mayhem, but bringing this book up, a Sentry is an intricate part of this storyline as well.
So is Moon Knight going to lead directly into Doctor Strange 2?
Well, yeah, I guess so. Doctor Strange 2 is what, July, right?
No, they're saying May the 6th.
Oh, May 6th? Cool.
Wow.
And I got a strong feeling, and it was brought up on a prospect list before, but I had a strong feeling we're going to see Punisher and Moon Knight.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Oh man, I wish I didn't just sell those 2 Del Auto covers then tonight for $10. Right? Yeah.
What if that screen image is Frank Castle in his War Machine armor?
I doubt that. Well, let's take a look at the Moon Knight cast and crew. Let's do this.
Yeah, because so Moon Knight debuts on March 30th. And
March 30th.
Is 6 episodes, so it's going to go through all of April, and that last episode is going to be basically right when Doctor Strange drops. I'm just trying to think of when they've done that before. They usually tie them somehow, right? I don't know. I'm just trying to think how they're going to do this, and if there's going to be some major connection between the two.
Is Benedict Cumberbatch supposed to show up in Moon Knight?
Why is he on the?
Well, people are asking, is Moon Knight going to lead into Multiverse of Madness? I mean, it doesn't have to, right?
Doesn't have to, but yeah, I mean, JJ said the last Moon Knight's May 4th. I mean, it's 2 days before Doctor Strange. It is. I mean, it would just be. I don't know. I've just never seen Marvel not do something on purpose. Yeah. And when you end a show and then 2 days later a massive movie drops, I think it's good. I mean,
Yeah, they're all connected. I mean,
This
even
is
back to
gonna
the
have-
what if stuff. So
Well, we do know for sure that the Netflix Marvel characters are going to start. I mean, they're back to MCU. They're back to
Yeah.
Marvel. They're not, they won all the
Canon.
rights back to them. So, back to that Iron Fist Swordmaster spec, and all these characters, going towards the Asia market, and could we see Punisher John Bernthal show back up in the MCU, and of course Christian Ritter, and then Luke Cage, and
I could
all
definitely
those
see it.
characters, but instead of Danny Rand, they introduce along with Shang-Chi a new
Lin Lee.
character, aka Lin Lee, as Iron Fist.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
not.
it's fun.
I'm not saying it's a strong possibility, but I'm saying it's a possibility.
It's cool.
It's
little
definitely a
thought
possibility.
connection. Yeah.
Yeah, look at this, you guys. Fetz Rancor, what a name! Great name.
Fetz
Rancor
Rancor.
says $20 super chat. Thanks for all the advice, guys. It's helped me become a wiser comic buyer, and that is awesome. It's one of the things that we really pride ourselves on, is trying to give you guys information on cool stuff you may have never seen before. So awesome.
Appreciate your fit, Rancor.
Oh yeah, very cool. Well, this Sentry story in the New Avengers was a great story. I think the Sentry as a character and in its whole is amazing. One of the things that pissed me off the most that Marvel did is having the Sentry be killed. I thought it was so stupid. I know he's like super powerful, and it's hard to have a character that powerful that's basically like Superman, but that's why they gave him his own kryptonite with the Void, and it was such a great story. Especially that Paul Jenkins series, I think it was, that was just so great. So if you never got a chance to check out the Sentry stuff, make sure you check out Volume 1, Volume 2, and this new Avengers run. This new Avengers run is one of the greatest runs in comics, especially like the first 50 issues or something like that. So very good stuff. When Brian Michael Bendis was killing it. Yeah. Well, didn't he tear in half not Zeus, but Hercules, or not Hercules,
Carnage.
Ares. He tore in half.
He tore Carnage. He tore Carnage in half too.
Yeah, but he also tore in half Ares. The Sentry did, which was crazy. Yeah.
Well, I think honestly, I don't think it's the Ares part. I think that the Donny Cates Null ripping Sentry in half in King of Black was a callback to ripping Carnage in half, because Cates is all absolute carnage. So that was just the way I looked at it.
Yeah. Well, whenever Sentry ripped Ares in half, I was kind of like, that was kind of cheesy, him killing a god like that.
Yeah.
And then whenever the Sentry got ripped in half, I was like, that is super cheesy. Don't kill a damn good character. You don't have to kill villains, and you don't, especially in comics. Like, we're good with villains staying around, and he's kind of like a villain-esque character when the Void is involved. So yeah,
I thought it was lame in King in Black Thunderbolts. I think it was like issue 1 or 2. I can't remember what it was, but the second team, the newer team with Star or whatever, they're cruising around, and then they saw half his torso like chilling in the bush, and then they found the other half of the torso like, I don't know, 50 yards
in the bush.
You know what I mean? And it was the Sentry. I thought that was
That's
like
awesome.
Lame.
Yeah, there's just half of the Sentry just chilling there.
Yeah, it did make me laugh, but I was like, man, that sucks, because he's such a great character.
Yeah, that's Donny Cates for you, says JJ. Yeah. He's
good point.
Listen, I don't hate Donny Cates. I think Donny Cates is an amazing writer. He just can't. He's just been. He hasn't been on his best lately. So. And High Voltage Mark says, yeah, Sentry will be back. That's why they're rolling around with his body. There you go. So,
cool.
All right, you guys, thanks for hanging out. Make sure to hit that sub button, and make sure to join us immediately over on the Mighty Mel V show. Tomorrow night, join me and Richie and Kyle and Sam and all the crew. Hive will show up if they're able for Modern Comic Mayhem. Join us in the drinking game over there and guess Kyle's end of the show BAC. And then on Monday night, we have the flagship show. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully we'll have Nate tell us about a Super Bowl experience.
Oh, nice.
And then of course Tuesday night, Comic Book Women, who have been killing it with the Market Report, right?
Bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
If y'all not watching Comic Book Women and Nary Nirvana, y'all, wow. Y'all missing out to really, 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 really good content.
Yeah. So
shout out to the ladies.
And right now, you guys, we're working on getting Sozomachia on their show as soon as possible. It's in the works, so definitely make sure you're following them. And then, of course, Wednesday, we have the Tales from the Flipside trading card show. Look at this, you guys. We have some craziness coming up. 2022 Topps Series 1 Jumbo Box.
The search for Wander continues.
The search for Wander begins. So,
hey, question: does the strike affect the card market, baseball card market at all?
Only if it can. Yeah, only if it like extends like way into the season.
Yeah,
they canceled the first week of preseason or spring training.
Yeah, so we'll have that Wednesday night. Thursday night, the Modern Playbook crew will be rocking it house. Shout out to Aaron Yee and everybody over there. And of course, Friday night we will have again our TGIF block on Whatnot. Don't miss out on that. And the Hot 10 and Mighty Mel V again. And I want to say thank you to all our retailer friends and community members. Big shout out to people like Jesse James Comics, Wonder World Comics,
J&J Comics and
Hive Comics,
Wanted
Valley,
Comics,
California,
Bird City Comics.
Bird City Comics.
Where's Wanted? Where's Wanted? I want to pull up their comment.
Lucas Rashina, Drunken Pull Box.
Yeah, Lucas Rashina, Drunken Pull Box. Yeah, so make sure you check out all those amazing people that we really enjoy being, being around and being a part of our community.
Shameless plug before I go. Get these.
Shout out to Wanted Comics. Let's give a quick show off. Yeah.
Muffin Wheel, tonight's giveaway. Tomorrow, Melmart packs. I'm explaining the Melmart packs. The floor for the Melmart packs are $300. That's the fucking floor. I ain't gonna tell you what the fucking ceiling is. But that's the fucking
How
floor.
many do you have?
20.
Woo!
Hey, that name is hilarious. Since you can't get a Walmart in
You
New
get
York City,
pack, man.
That's freaking hilarious.
Melmart pack. And I was told, because I think Knight has a sweet B-sides presentation tonight, and Ultra has a spec matrix. I was told to let people know to bring their wallets.
Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, you guys. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Join us over on Drunken Chat. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. We love you and we appreciate you. Make sure to leave a comment below. Let us know what you think and how we're doing. We will see you guys next time.